everyone. I just wanted to start off with a quick question and ask you, how many school social workers do you think are placed in an urban high school that has 1,650 students? I'm sure many of you are thinking, well, there's high levels of poverty, oppression, racism, and of course, for some of us who are doing the math right now, you would think around 30 or so school social workers. But in reality, our school system in one of our urban high schools that has 1,650 students only has 5 school social workers. So what does that mean? That means that one school social worker is responsible for 330 students to meet the needs of. And what does that say to us? That's a concern, right? And we want to find out then, what are the barriers that a school social worker is facing when trying to service that many students? And so, as a part-time instructor, 6 years ago, I assigned a paper asking my students to research that exact topic. What are the barriers that they are facing in school systems to provide services to students? And the students all struggled. They couldn't find out what was the barriers in an urban school setting. They were finding mixed data, not from school social workers, data mixed with urban, suburban, rural. And so we weren't getting the voices that we wanted to actually hear. And so that really bothered me because I am a school social worker of 15 years in an urban high school. And so I said to myself, I can't have that gap in research. We can't have that missing data. So I went back to Southern. I pursued my doctorate in social work to learn how to do research. And of course, my first research study was to interview 42 school social workers in an urban high school to find out what are the barriers that are interfering with their ability to actually provide services to students. The results were remarkable. They weren't personal barriers such as burnout or lack of resiliency. It wasn't institutional. It wasn't that there was lack of collaboration amongst staff, amongst administration. It was systemic barriers. And that helped us understand that the barriers of funding, policies, and structures is what interfered with their ability to provide services to students. So instead now that shifts away the scope of the problem of why we are unable to provide services to so many students, and it focuses on what are the policies, what are the fundings, what are the structures in place, instead of it always being the responsibility of the individual. So I ask you to continue research in this topic so we can hear the voices from more urban school districts. Thank you.